Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Volts here. I'm just going to make a quick tutorial on how to access some of the different apps and websites that we'll be using during this distance learning period of time. This is just a reminder that there is no instruction until starting March 30th. So for this next week, we are still going to be preparing and figuring out what we are going to be sending home and what the kids are going to be accessing. So you can see here I'm on google.com. I'm signed in here. Usually, you would see a blue sign in button that you could sign in order to log in, but I'm already signed in. So, this is called the Waffle, and this is what the kids are going to be accessing quite often because this has all the Google apps that they will need. So, you can see here is Gmail, that's basically their email account. Google Classroom, which most of the kids have signed up for. If you have not done that yet, please do so. I sent out an email that has a link to it, and then you just click on join. So, I'll be posting some stuff in Google Classroom. Google Docs is kind of like Microsoft Word, except it's Google and not Microsoft. But this is what some kids are going to be using in order to basically turn in assignments to me. I'll show you that. That's going to be really slick. And then this is Google Meet. It's almost like FaceTime. But I'm hoping once a week to meet with the kids through this app. But we'll have to figure out what time works best, what days work best, and all that jazz. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So again, that's when you click on the waffle, you can access this stuff. Every week, I'm going to be emailing this out to both you and your student or your child. This is really slick because it has all the files in one place. So I will be emailing you guys, your child, and then I will also be putting this on Google Classroom so that you always have access to it. So if you look over here, it says every icon is a link, and you can just click on it, and then the URL will pop up. And once you click on that, it will bring you to the website. So, for example, it says click on the calendar for weekly assignments. You click on the calendar. Here is, you have to click on this, and then it'll bring up our weekly assignments. So, for week one, this is basically all the stuff that the kids have to do for week one. So, it's all in one place, one document. And you can see that they have a reading vocabulary assignment. Um, this website, when you click on this, this is how they will access all of their reading, spelling, and language assignments. So I've already sent home that little card that I sent home last week, that has their password on it. That will be for this website. So you will see that for that week, they'll have to read the stories, The New Hoop and Bravo Tavo. And then I want them to write a summary of The New Hoop, and then they will explain the problem and solution in Bravo Tavo. And how they will do that is that's where we will use that Google Docs that I was talking about. So if you go back to your waffle, you can click on that and then click on Docs. For those of you that are familiar with Microsoft Word, it's going to look very, very similar. So once they get here, they are going to start a blank document because they want to start a new one. You don't have to worry about any of those things. Just start a blank document. And then it will pull up a blank document. So the kids, for example, they can just start typing, in Bravo, Tavo, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to basically just give me a summary of that. So there's their summary. Then if they want to title it, you can see it says untitled document. They just click here and then they can name it, Bravo Tavo or whatever. So when they're finished and they're ready to turn in their assignment, all they have to do is go up here to share. You can see it's private to only me right now, but they can click on share. And then what they're going to do is they're going to type in my name. So they're going to just start typing in Kristen. And then you can see here's me. And then if they click over here, I would say keep this to can edit because that way I can basically write back to them, and then I can share it back with them. So keep it there. If they want to add a note, say, hey, Mrs. Volts, here's my summary, whatever, that's fine. And then they just hit send and it's going to email me and then I will have access to this. So that's pretty slick for them to be able to basically turn in assignments. So that's Google Docs. If we go back to to this page. This just shows what we're currently working on. And that's just basically a summary. You don't have to do anything with that. Here's our curriculum links. Now, these are going to be the 3 main links that the kids are going to use throughout this. So if you click on IXL, IXL will be mainly used for math, but we also do have access to it for social studies and science. You click on that and you can see here it pops up. Now, I've already logged in. I kind of did this before I started this. I already logged in. And so when you look back at that copy of weekly assignments for math, it has them doing IXL, money, S1 through S8, 10 and 11, and then perimeter, FF 1 through 5. That's basically this. So if what they'll do is they will when they log in, they'll click on learning, or I think they maybe click on math or something. Theirs might look a little bit different than mine. They'll click on 3rd grade, and then they will scroll down to S and FF. So what you'll see is I have highlighted stuff, and this will change weekly. I'll highlight different activities every week. But when they scroll down, you will see that S1 through 8 is highlighted along with 10 and 11. And then you scroll down to FF and there's stuff for perimeter that's highlighted. So that's what this means on Math IXL. So going back to this, Reading Wonders, this will be this website. So the ConnectEd McGraw-Hill, that can be accessed right here. They click on that, click on the link, and it will bring them up to this. They scroll down, click on Mrs. Volz's class. They will find their name, and then they will enter in their password. So everyone's password is a number, a fruit, and a shape. And like I said, that was sent home on that card, and I believe I also sent it out in an email. And I'm still working on our new kids this year into getting them passwords. So that should be up before the 30th. So I will contact those parents. And then Scholastic News, that would be for our social studies. For the week of the 30th through April 2nd, I'm actually going to send home a copy of it. So here's the Scholastic News thing, but the kids can also access it online too. And then over here, I just set up a couple extra links if the kids want to take an AR quiz at home. I'm not sure if the quizzes are unlocked quite yet, but by the 30th, they should be, so the kids can take an AR quiz at home. They are very familiar with the site as they've taken several quizzes before. This Khan Academy, they have not seen before. It's a great math resource. It's neat because if you click on it, I don't know that you have to have... I know for a fact you don't have to pay for this because they've unlocked it during this distance learning thing. But what you can do is you can click on learners, and then, come on. Oh no, this isn't what I wanted. But anyways, once you get into it, or maybe it's under courses. Yeah. So you can search by like 3rd grade, and it's going to bring up, here's all kinds of stuff, multiplication. As we go along, the kids, so we were working on money and perimeter. So they could scroll down until they get to money and perimeter. So there you see is perimeter. They can click on that. A lot of times there's a lot of nice videos. So here you can see all these things with like a play button by them are videos. So you can click on that and they will give you kind of a tutorial of what perimeter is, how you find the perimeter. So that's pretty nice too. So you can always use Khan, and that, like I said, that's Khan. That's another great math resource that you guys can use. So I think that's all I have for now. If you guys have any questions, obviously feel free to email me. We're kind of all in this together. This is something that we've never experienced before. So chances are I'm just as worried as you are and stressed out and whatnot. But don't worry. Nobody's going to die if the kids don't complete every single worksheet or if they do every single activity online. No offense, but your kids are probably more tech savvy than you. So feel free to have them just kind of play around. They probably already know how to access some of these apps and websites and stuff. So feel free to have them, just play around. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope you found this tutorial beneficial, and I will talk